Okay, greetings. Welcome to Bruce's Eclectic World. I'm going to do a SSH login to my Cheyenne-Tv server, which is my media server, and it runs Mint 20.3 at this present time. And since I had to do all the making of the SSH keys for the other project, I thought I'd just make a little video to show doing this over SSH with my XBT menu that I created for the Cheyenne-Tv Media server. So we're going to log in, and I use one of Joe Collins' other little scripts that he called SSH in. And then I just have to type the last two numbers, which is 04. And now I'm logged into the Cheyenne Media server. As you can see, running 20.3. And I just did an update on it. And we should be able to type XBT. And it already remembers that I used it last time. And if I hit enter, it brings up my menu. Now, like I said in the other video, I back up D drive, G drive, H drive, I drive, J drive, L drive. Then I back up the home directory and etc folders only. And then we get help and whatnot and all that. We have the folders loaded up here on the media server, and these are the folders that we are going to back up, and these are the folders we're backing to, or drives I should say. And I don't back up the C drive, that's the Windows drive, and it's not mounted. I don't mount it when I boot the computer. So we back up everything else to these other drives that we're showing here. And the K drive is my secondary backup for my Star Trek movies and videos. But this is the whole system that I use to back this up. It works pretty good. Some of the drives, as you can see, are getting a little on the full side. Down here with the conky, you can see they're getting pretty full. And it shows that over here too, with those little bars you can hardly see. So we're going to take and be changing out some drives pretty soon. 4 terabyte drives. From Amazon, they're on their way. And then we'll be changing out these smaller drives and moving some of the 3 terabyte drives up into the main system. Now these backup drives don't have that many hours on them because I just use them for a backup for about 15-20 minutes a week. So do the backup on the drives now. I just wanted to show you how this works. And we're doing it over SSH, remember, like I said. And this is the XBT script that Joe Collins created many years ago that I've adapted for my use. And as you can see, it still has greetings and citations at the top, just like Joe has it. And it, you know, it has some of the information and the version number, and you know, make sure that you have all 4 drives, USB drives plugged in and turned on, and I do. So we're going to back up D drive by pressing D. Then we got to type a password. Always have to have a password, you know. Don't want to launch the space shuttle by accident. And then it runs off and does its thing. I've added a few movies and maybe moved some things around the last couple of weeks. I haven't done a backup, so I thought now would be a good time, and I could make a small video of this in action. For those that's never seen it, for you people that have seen it, I'm sorry. Now would be a good time to go to the little boy's room or girl's room, or a cup of coffee or a beverage of your choice. I've added my DVD collection apparently to the server. So I don't have to put the DVDs in anymore. And I use MB as my media server of choices. I know lots of people use Kodi and a couple others. And yes, I know it's a clone or fork of Kodi, but I like MB. It's got its quirks, you know, it's just like anything else. It doesn't have all the fancy flashy stuff Kodi has, but that's alright with me because I'm just an old hillbilly guy sitting here watching movies. I don't need flashy. But you do have to make sure you put the movie names in a certain way, and make sure you have the year on there, like format like that. Otherwise, it doesn't quite understand what you're doing. It doesn't know how to go out to the inner screens, the World Wide Webbers, and find all the metadata. Yes. So that it shows the pretty little picture and everything about the movie. Otherwise, it comes up with a generic blank icon of a color. Okay, so now it's done. It's syncing the drive, and we've done with D drive. Let's see what G does. I know I said short movie or video, but it might be longer. So that had nothing. Let's try H. I just put my class reunion pictures on there. That's what that was that flashed by. See how fast it is? So then we get to do J. I don't think it has anything. Nope. And then L. Nope, it didn't have anything to be backed up. And then we're going to do number 1. That's our home folder and our ETC folder. Sometimes it takes a while, sometimes it doesn't. But as you can see, you know, if you set up rsync correctly, it does a fine job. This is what time shift uses in the background. You just don't see all this stuff going by as it's running in the background. It's just running rsync, but it has their fancy little Python or C++ programming, and you can restore from this also. If you hear the air conditioner running in the background, I want to apologize. My office stays pretty warm, so I run it pretty near all the time. Even the warm days in the winter, sometimes I run it. Yeah. And if you hear the puppy dog down there whining, he does that occasionally too. He likes to be vocal. So, as you can see, it flies by pretty fast. Doing its thing. Oh yeah, I remember. I used the sync main folder. I used that media server as a test platform on the last script I just wrote from the last video to do all the transfers and syncing of the computers. Well, you know, you got to test stuff on test things, so use what you have, right? And it's syncing the drive because it's done now. As you can see, successfully completed. Waiting for the drive to sync. The little lights are over there flashing, and it's done. And these other items down here, you can view the log files. You can see what has been backed up and what ain't. If there's a problem, try again. Was there any errors? You know, there should be one for each drive letter. You press Q to get out of it because it uses less to display the text file. And you can view some of the separate drives. You can mount and unmount the drives. And I have CYA set up to do a backup of the system folder, but I'm not using it on here right now. That's why I got it marked as not in use. Then we have exit. As you can see, it says Cheyenne Media's USB status XBT drive is ready. That's because every one of those drives has an XBT partition, and this program sees any of those drives. It says it's okay to use it, even if I have just the one turned on. Say I turn on the drive to do backup on D drive only, then it sees that drive and says, hey, it's there, so we can use it. And it doesn't come up with a warning down here, no drives mounted. But I usually turn them all on. They're all four are on separate switches. And I turn them all on and just do all of them. So, anyway, that's my short little video. Like it's short. Do I do short videos? Maybe. Anyway, thank you for watching Bruce's Eclectic World. God bless. Remember, be kind to your neighbors and the people you meet on the street, because you may never see them again because of all the human malware going around. One of these days we'll get rid of that, I hope. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to leave a comment, please do so. Behave in the comments. That means you, Mio. Yeah, the LQ Larry, he's kind of something too. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Catch you later. Bye.